Hey guys, welcome to day 9 of our 10-day e-learning assignment. So today you are going to want to go into your Google Classroom. If you look under the topic e-learning 10-day videos for instruction, you'll see that I gave some of you guys a shout out for completing all of your work so far. So please make sure you go ahead and watch that. And if you're not on the video from Friday, then hopefully you'll be on the video this week. Make sure that you stay in contact with me this week about your missing assignments, and you're using your grade book to track your assignments as well. I will update 7 and 8 on your theme today, and then I will go in tomorrow and update for Mastery Connect, the one that you do today. Okay. So if you need to backtrack through any of our days, make sure that you look in your Google Classroom. If it says you're missing days 1 or 2, here's the video for that. If you're missing day 3, video for that, and so on. Okay, today we're going to start with day 9. If you go down to the e-learning 10-day assignment section, you'll open up the notes. Go ahead and do that for you guys. And we are almost through our day 10, which is really exciting. So if you are behind, please make sure that you use this week to catch up. We've decided as a team that this week will kind of be makeup day. So if you need to, if you're really behind on any assignments, you need to get all of your 10-day assignments in by Friday. Okay. All right. So we're going to start on slide 31. The Flipgrid is still available for you guys to check in with me. Today's agenda for day 9. Oh, no, I did the wrong one. Day 9. Here we go. Sorry. All right. Day 9. I did update your Mastery Connect. I did put these assignments on Friday, but they are available right now, and they will be available until this Friday, whenever you feel like you want to take them. Remember that you can practice theme and text structure on iExcel, on Quizlet, on FlowCab, and on Quiziz. So there's a variety of ways to practice before you actually go in and take your Mastery Connect. Okay. If you look on your day 3 through 8 sketch brainstorm pathway, a lot of you guys said you were confused about the way I organize things. So I'm taking that into consideration for next week for sure. But I did give you guys all of the notes. I gave you notes in this way with the chart to track your days. But it is very, very crucial that you guys pay attention to the directions and the videos with this kind of teaching, okay? So most of you guys have already done all of this. And if you scroll down on the left-hand side, you'll see days 9 and day 10. Day 9 and being in Mastery Connect, and day 10 being in your Google Classroom. And if any of you guys contact me today, I can load in the reflection to the Google Classroom if you'd like to take that today. All right. So we're going to look at your class link today. You're going to want to go to Mastery Connect. Do not go to Bubble Sheet, just Mastery Connect. I did not put in a code this time. It went straight to your Mastery Connect. We're going to look at text structure review. I can go ahead and do 2 examples with you, so you'll actually have the first 2 answers on this review when you go into Mastery Connect. Okay, so if you remember text structure, there were 5. I actually only gave you 4 choices to narrow it down a little bit to help you. So let's go ahead and read the first one together. So the first one says, the Vancouver Island marmot is a kind of large rodent that lives high in the mountains of Vancouver Island in Canada. Climate change and logging have caused a large decrease in their population. Scientists believe that there are less than 100 of them left in the wild. So because of climate change and logging, it is decreasing their population, or the population is decreasing because of climate change and logging. And I know that any kind of relationship like that would be a because of this happens. It's an event that takes place and a result that happens. And so I would know that is cause and effect. All right, second one. Did you know that not all deserts are hot? Both hot and cold deserts are very dry, but unlike hot deserts, cold deserts have long winters when the temperatures can reach below freezing. Cold deserts also get a great deal of snow, which is certainly not true for hot deserts. I also know right now that I could probably draw um, a Venn diagram, my two circles. For some reason, my markers aren't working right now. So I can draw my two circles. I can put hot deserts on one side, I can put cold deserts on the other side, and I can compare and contrast them. Your keywords are right here, but unlike, you also have a both. So both of them are very dry. That would go in the middle of my circles. And then on the outside, I would have that cold deserts have long winters, whereas I guess the hot deserts have short winters. And then obviously the temperatures are very different. So that one would be A. So for just to backtrack, number one, we're going to put C for cause and effect relationship. And number two was more of a compare and contrast. So you already have a good head start for that one. After you do a little bit of text structure practice, you'll move on to theme. You have a little bit of reading here, just to kind of set you up on helping you with some evidence to back up your reasoning. Okay. So we're going to do the first two together on this one as well, so you can kind of see how it's set up and organized. All right. After setting his alarm for PM instead of AM, Eric woke up late for school. In his haste, he forgot to pack a lunch or bring lunch money. Eric did not mind much at the time and figured that he could just eat some of his friend's food. During lunchtime, Eric explained his situation to the people at his lunch table. His friends were sympathetic to his cause, but they only packed lunches for themselves, not Eric. Katie offered Eric a small bag of carrots. Yuck. I hate carrots. Thanks anyway, Eric said as he declined Katie's offer. Chuck offered Eric his milk, to which Eric responded, "Is that skim milk? Ew, I hate skim milk. Does anyone have any chocolate milk?" Some people at the table did have chocolate milk, but they did not want to give their milk to Eric. To break the silence, Ben offered Eric half of his egg salad sandwich, but Eric again refused quite rudely. Egg salad is gross. Doesn't anyone have anything good for me? But that was the last offer that Eric received that day. Kind of reminds me of you guys at the lunch table. Okay, so what is the theme of this passage? If I remember, the whole situation is that Eric woke up late. So that was his initial problem, brought on by himself. Okay. And he could have eaten today. His friends were very, I see in the text, they were very sympathetic, which means they were kind and understood his situation. And they were able to provide him with a decent lunch if he would have accepted it. So I'm going to go down here and see if I can find anything that kind of matches that. So what is the theme of this passage? And I do remember that the theme is, what do you learn from it, or what do the characters learn from it, or what they should have learned from it, or even what you and I can learn from this and apply it to our lives. So A says beggars can't be choosers. Don't be a picky eater is an option. Milk would do a body good, and responsibility is taught, not learned. Okay, so I do see a distractor in here, which is something that the creator of this might want to kind of deter you from getting the right answer, and that would be C. So milk would do a body good. We know that that's true, but that is not what this whole that's not what he learns from this. He doesn't even accept the milk. Okay. Responsibility is taught, not learned. I'm not sure that the kids are fully trying to teach him responsibility. They were just trying to be nice and offer. So I understand that he needs to be more responsible as an Eric, but not quite sure that that is exactly what we would learn from this. So that kind of helps me narrow it down to A or B. Don't be a picky eater. That could possibly work, right? I mean, that sounds pretty relevant. He was being a picky eater, and if he wasn't, then his day probably would have gone a little bit better. But then he is having to kind of beg for food in some kind of way. And if you're going to beg for something and ask for something and really want something, then you need to probably accept whatever comes with it. So I would think that beggars can't be choosers is a little bit more of the correct answer for this text. Okay. So again, that one can be a little bit harder to walk through, but make sure that you kind of walk through just like I did, and try to find the best possible answer. So for on this particular review, you'll see that number 2 is always going to ask you to back up your previous, or the second question is always going to ask you to back up your first one. So it says, what evidence from the text supports your answer to number 1? So again, if I'm saying that beggars can't be choosers, how am I going to prove that? Which piece of evidence would be the best piece to support it? So yuck, I hate carrots, but that was the last offer that Eric would receive that day. Is that skim milk? In his haste, he forgot to pack a lunch or bring lunch money. So remember that we chose A for number 1. So which one goes with beggars can't be choosers? What shows me that this is the ultimate theme? So I definitely don't think yuck, I hate carrots would be there. I think that would be more of like showing that he's kind of being picky. But that was the last offer that Eric would receive that day. I kind of like that one. But I'm going to go through the other ones first just to make sure, I'm not going to have a hard time here. Is that skim milk? Again, he's kind of being picky. In his haste, he forgot to pack a lunch or bring lunch money. Basically shows me if I was trying to prove the problem or what happened first, then I would definitely pick that one. So I want to go back to B here. It says, but that was the last offer that Eric would receive that day. So because he cannot ultimately choose what he is going to have, he kind of got that right taken away from him when he forgot. He kind of needed to take what he could get. And that's what beggars can't be choosers means. He needs to take what he has been given and be thankful and kind of move on and learn from this. Ultimately, what he should have learned, another theme, is that he needs to make sure that he wakes up earlier so that he can get a lunch that he likes, because this just didn't work out in his favor. So if he is in a situation where he has to beg, he can't be a chooser. He doesn't really have that. He gets that taken away from him for the day. So because of that, it says that was his last offer he would receive that day, which goes with the theme. And what he learned is that beggars can't be choosers, because he was left with no offers at all. They gave up on trying to help him. So that's kind of a hard lesson to learn, and that, something we can all learn from. All right. So I hope that helps a little bit. Remember, number 1, we're going to put A, and number 2, we're going to put B. If you watch this video, you'll get a little bit of help. If you don't watch it, good luck on your Mastery Connect. And I will see you guys tomorrow for your day 10 reflection. I can't believe we're already there. And then I'll walk you through the rest of the week to kind of help you with review, making sure that you're looking at your Power School, making sure that you understand how I'm grading you, so that we can start fresh and new the following Monday. All right. I hope you guys have a great Monday, and I will talk to you guys soon. I'm available on Google Classroom. I'm available through email. I'm available on my cell phone. You guys just get in touch with me any way that you can. That's the easiest. And I'm looking forward to having a great week. Bye.